When I was pregnant with my second daughter, I started to have weird, double vision and blurry vision in my left eye. And I didn't know if it was like a pregnancy symptom or what it was. So while I was at the ophthalmologist, the doctor came back in and she said they reviewed the scans and the tests and they want me to go to the emergency room immediately because she said my left optic nerve is thicker than my right, and that normally means there could be a mass pressing on the nerve or fluid buildup in the brain. I thought maybe my sugar was too high or my blood pressure was high or it was something related to the pregnancy. I never thought that it would be a brain tumor. When I found out about the tumor, it was most shocking because I was pregnant. I was worried about what's this gonna do to the baby. One day I was picking out nursery colors and getting excited for the baby. And then the next day, the double vision got so bad. It didn't really hit me until a couple days later. I heard him say that, and I heard him say that we needed to see a specialist, but I think I was just in shock.
Yeah, it was just very sad, very emotional. It's the absolute worst news you probably expect to hear just from an ophthalmologist visit. So it was a lot to take in.
So the first neurosurgeon that we saw, he explained the process of removing the tumor. They were gonna have to cut through the top of my head all the way down the back behind your ear, remove a piece of your skull, get to the tumor, put your skull back in place, and then staple your head shut.
It's terrifying to know she's pregnant with our second daughter and going through this. The decision to operate right away was something that's one of the main reasons that we wanted to get another opinion, was because of the pregnancy.
When I met with Dr. Kashetri, he explained everything very personable to Brandon and I, and not so much in medical terms, but in terms that we would understand, not being medical professionals. He made us feel very comfortable with his ability to remove the tumor.
Endoscopic endonasal approaches specifically for skull-based tumors, that's been around for a couple of decades now. I had mentioned the tumor consistency can make a big impact on what we can do and how much we can remove. Particularly in Katie's case, some of the tumor was quite fibrous, and using instruments like the Sonopet to help safely break up some of that fibrous tissue helped us a lot to be able to remove more than we would normally be able to safely.
Is both of us doing surgery together through the nostrils. And because we're both there, Dr. Kashetri and I are able to see how the tumor is behaving, where its tentacles are leading us, and together we can make that decision on how aggressive to be, and importantly, when we should stop and leave the rest for radiation or surveillance.
Before the surgery, my double vision, instead of it just being when I looked to the left, it was constant. So no matter where I looked, straight, left, right, I would see double all the time. It was very hard for me to drive. It was very hard for me to read. It was very hard for me to cook. It was very uncomfortable. And after the surgery, literally the day after the surgery, I was able to see straight. I didn't have to close my eyes any longer.
So before the surgery, we didn't know a whole lot about the Stryker specific products. We just knew that the technology was almost light years past what the original doctor had told us.
Having my vision back and being able to read and to cook and to play with my family and to be able to see was just a gift from above, and I was so grateful for that. After I fully recovered, I started to look into Stryker more. I knew more about it because my brother-in-law works there. My husband recently got hired after my surgery, and I saw all the benefits and all the amazing things that he was talking about.
I can't say it enough. You just get so buried sometimes in the day-to-day that you sometimes lose vision of the bigger picture and the greater mission, and it's getting these amazing tools and instruments out into the field and able to service patients like Katie. It's fantastic. I love being on the team.
That's really the most touching part, or one of the many touching parts of Katie's story, right? Not just the fact that she was pregnant and the complexity of the surgery, the great outcome that she had, but then also this piece of Stryker that's involved with this, I think really kind of brings things full circle.
I think at the end of the day, it takes a village. And having good partners in industry is so critical in a high technology field, because this is really the technology that empowers us and enables us to do things safely and effectively for the patients.
The whole journey has basically changed my life forever. I would say honestly in a good way. It showed me how grateful to be for life every day, how grateful I am to have vision and to be able to see. I made it through the pregnancy, the brain surgery, the radiation, and here I am today. Just gives me strength and gives me hope that, you know, the future is bright. It is what you make of it. And really just to be grateful for every day here.